have a brand new phone made by Sony. I'm charging it right now. I'm gonna put in an SD card. I happen to have a 64 gigabyte micro SD, which is usually the size that goes in most phones as well as other devices. Most PCs or laptops, they don't have a micro SD slot. Some do, but the newer ones will have an SD slot. So you take your adapter, which is also by Sony. There's a little slot right here. That's where you'll take your micro SD, place it in. Okay, you place it in. Once you place it in, if you have a card reader, in this case I do, you take that, slide it into the slot. If you don't, you simply use one of these, which is an outside card reader, which you'll plug your SD in here or your adapter with your micro SD and then plug this into one of the USB ports. But back to this. From there, you go onto your computer, laptop or desktop. It will be the same menu. On the bottom of your screen, there will be a folder. It's a yellow folder. You click that one or double click it depending on your computer. From there, you go to the left side of your computer. You'll have a list. If your SD card, or be it a flash drive, whatever it may be, doesn't show up immediately, you press this PC. Mine has an SD slot, so it comes up on its own. You go to that slot. I would recommend always checking your card prior to formatting. Once you format a disk, flash drive, SD, micro SD, whatever it may be, everything will be erased. So make sure there isn't anything on there that you want and or need. And in this case, I've previously transferred all this information. This was on another phone, which I took this one out, put in a brand new SD card, and now I'm going to format it so I could use it for my new phone. So once you do that, you go to the left-hand menu, right-click your SD card, then a gray menu will show up. You go down, and there'll be a slot that says Format. Click that. Next, it'll have a drive where you could actually pick and choose which you want. This one, it's 64 gigabyte, but it comes up 60. Most SD, micro SD flash drives do the same. They'll say one thing and then their actual storage is a little less. Then you choose a file system. I like exFAT only because it's compatible with PlayStation, compatible with computer. It's pretty much universal. But you could also choose NTFS or, oh well, this one doesn't have it. There's also FAT as well as a few other formats. Like I said, exFAT is the simplest. It's compatible with most devices. Then you could put allocation unit size. The default is at 128. The larger you make it, the smaller it'll break down the files, although it may hinder the quality somewhat. And the recommended is usually 128. So from there, you just click quick format. You could go through a long process if you don't want to do quick, but it does the same thing. Click start. It says warning, format will erase all data on this disk, but I know that and I want to. So you click OK. Now as you see, the green line filled up. That means format is done. Up here says format complete. Click OK. And that's it. Close, you got a formatted disk. If you were to use a flash drive or a regular SD card, it's the same process. The SD card will go in the SD slot, flash drive will go in the USB slot, flash drive slot, and you go through the same process. I hope you learned something, enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, PR's Realm. www.youtube.com/PRSREALM.